when you've got a front three that you're relying on to get you goals, and they're in the type of form they're in, then you get nothing, and that's what they got, nothing.
Well, I suppose they got a point, didn't they? Manchester United picking up a point.
Oh, goals.
Yeah, as well, Frank. Who's the happiest side with the draw here? United?
Yes, United, because I think it's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was looking for. I mean, the way tactically he played, the capacity of his player and the individualities that he has against a team with the champion of England, it's a good point to go to Anfield and draw. They did what they had to do. Of course, they were far from being spectacular, but they did what they had to do again. Liverpool is very strange, because when you think that the centre half, has been completely removed, and is the player that normally you see in the middle of the park who plays centre half, you would have thought that there would be that you would have the problem, as Stevie said, comes from the three at front. But at the same time, when you see Klopp, the way that he wants his team play, you need to be physically at 100%. And we can see that the players are far from being in a very good shape.
Stevie, did you enjoy today's game? Not being a Liverpool fan, as a football fan.
I would say no. Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, it was frustrating. But I also thought, some of the giveaways on both sides, I thought were a bit schoolboyish, particularly Salah. I mean, Mohamed Salah today was having a fight with the ball. I mean, he never once was able to control it. It was always 6 inches too far away. It was never in control on his left foot. And as I said, he was just fighting with it all day. So Man United didn't need defenders because he couldn't control it.
Do we need a crowd, Shaka? This isn't the first time we've sat here talking about bad Premier League matches this season, matches that haven't lived up to expectations or anywhere close. Or you could just say, look, Dan, down the years, Liverpool, Manchester United hasn't delivered.
I think that's the key, that oftentimes when you have two clubs, as big football clubs as you had today, with as much on the line, with both of them pushing for titles, that's sometimes what you get. And I'm not sure that a crowd actually changed that. But just to go back to something Frank said earlier, to your question about who's the happier, I think Liverpool are the happier, given the fact that I thought they were the worst team between the two. Even though Liverpool had more of the possession, Alisson made the better saves, and that's not even counting the Bruno Fernandes free kick that whistled just wide. If you're Manchester United, as happy as you are to go to Anfield and take a point, especially in the context of how strong Liverpool have been at home for a number of years, but when you play that well, when you have those kinds of chances, and when defensively you cope with Liverpool's front three, whether you want to interpret it as their front three just being awful, you feel disappointed that you don't take all 3 points and put them further behind you. That being said, I think you know what you're going to get from Manchester United, especially when you see Liverpool's starting 11, which on the face of it I thought was very attacking, with Wijnaldum, Thiago and Shaqiri in the midfield, and then you have Fabinho and Henderson as your two centre halves. Two players who aren't naturally centre halves, and you know of Manchester United's counter-attacking threat. To Liverpool's credit, I don't think they were as negative or changed the way they played in the manner that you saw City do earlier this season, and still were able to keep a clean sheet despite those adjustments. So there's a lot to take for both clubs, but I think Manchester United would be the ones feeling that they missed an opportunity today.
Go on, Stevie.
Dan. No, I've sat here previously and said, you know what, you can enjoy a 0-0. And the reason I didn't enjoy this as a football fan is because there was no tension in the game. It was a Liverpool-Manchester United game at Anfield with no tension in it. It was almost like just watching a pre-game game where it was, okay, one team's going to go forward and lose it, and then the other team's going to try and go forward. There was no excitement or any tension or any of the things that you enjoy watching in a football game, which is incredible. Liverpool, Man United, no tension. Wow.
Stevie, can Liverpool get back on track? How easy is it to re-establish that form which saw them so brilliant last season?
Well, it's clearly not easy because this is what, the 4th Premier League game in a row.
Yeah.
So they're running out of time. You know, can they get it back together? Yes, they can. But it's a matter of time now. If it takes another 4 games, then certainly the way Manchester City are playing and the way United just keep getting points, then it might be too late. So, as you said, it's going to have to happen quickly.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.